I'm Colin.
I'm Matt.
We're slaves.
You're watching Soundlink TV.
Yeah.
All right, Trent here with Soundlink TV for, was this round 3 with Slaves?
4, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You guys know Colin, and this is Matt. How you
Hey,
doing,
what's
man?
up? Good. What's going on?
Yeah, so you guys are on the tour of Blessthefall, direct support. You were talking about earlier about, not headlining for a change and stuff.
Yeah.
So like, I guess, just hanging out, playing your songs and everything. What's that been like versus, worrying about playing last every night?
Dude, it's nice. It's let me reiterate. It's been a while since we headlined in the States, or
Okay.
haven't headlined in the States. So it's good just to be like, the 2-band on a bill, play for 30 minutes. Not have like the weight on your shoulders of like bringing people out to the shows.
Yeah.
We still want to bring as many people, our fans, out as we can, but it doesn't fall on our shoulders if like the show flops, something like that.
Yeah.
But this tour has been great so far, and it's just nice. It's just nice being not the headliner. So.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's
Sweet.
nice having that opportunity,
Yeah.
because it's been a while since we had the opportunity to be on a tour as a support band. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
All right. Yeah. So obviously everybody knows you're the new singer of this band.
Wait,
you're,
what?
wait, you're the new singer? What? I didn't know. I thought you just walked off the street and you're just a huge Slaves fan.
Basically, yeah.
But yeah, so but you're not really
It's like the opposite of that.
Yeah, as I was saying, you're really not from this world or anything.
Right.
Like, I guess like maybe 2 years ago, you didn't even know who Blessthefall was, maybe. But
I didn't know who Blessthefall was till we did this tour.
Yeah. So this isn't really where you're from. So I guess.
Jersey.
So I guess what's your background a little bit? I mean, a lot of people know
Yeah.
who, where you came from, the voice and all that. So, but like as far as music, how did you fall into this? How did you get into the quote unquote scene, if you will?
Sure, man. So, I grew up playing in bands. It was more like indie rock music, and in Jersey, it was like very like the screamo scene at that time, and we were kind of more like Kings of Leon or something. And everybody was like screaming, and we were like, whoa. So that was that. As far as me getting into this, I was working on my solo stuff, and I linked somehow or another with my homie Thrasher, who plays for Escape the Fate.
Okay.
So Slaves was doing their UK Europe tour with Escape. They were looking for a singer. They needed one in like 15 minutes before they got on the plane. And Thrasher was like, "Hey, this is this dude I've been working with. We have a project we're working on." So they asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said sure. And so I had to learn all the songs in 2 days and get on an airplane, and that's how I got into it.
So like I guess what's the because a lot of people, they come into the scene and it's different from maybe like an indie rock show or that type of thing. I mean you came up in this. We were talking about Under Oath earlier. We know what since we're in high school, we know what to expect at these shows and stuff. So like I guess what's the there is a scene culture shock, if you will. I guess what was that like? Coming in here and playing these songs with more of of a R&B type influence in the vocals and stuff, which you're used to, but the music's a little bit more aggressive and all that.
Right. Yeah, well, so like I said, I never heard Slaves before. I listened to like a minute of a track just to make sure there wasn't screaming, because that's something that I can't do.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, cool. I'll give it a shot. Honestly, like I've been a fan of a band like Bring Me since Sempiternal came out. That was when I got on board with that, and seeing those shows. At that point, I was 21, I think. So I was like, I would go upstairs and have to worry about like getting in a fight with anyone, which I'm not really into. I should go to a show. I just want to watch music. So it's funny to see, like, I remember one show we played, I jumped off stage like just to get involved. I knew everybody was just gonna be like, give me high fives or whatever. But then this kid like had to get carried out. He got like his leg broken.
Oh my
so
God.
that would certainly never happen at any of my solo shows ever. But it's interesting. I would say like on all my solo stuff, I always play guitar, and I feel really comfortable playing guitar. I'm still working on feeling comfortable without one, but I'll say like this kind of music, I feel better moving around because it's more intense.
Yeah.
So anytime in my pop stuff I've tried to lose the guitar, I feel like I should be able to like dance, which I can't. It feels kind of awkward. Yeah. So this has been fun. It's a chance for me to just run around. I like climbing on stuff, standing on speakers, just pointing at people, and I don't know.
Okay.
It's actually been pretty good. It's been a lot of fun to sing the songs, Now,
so I guess for you, as somebody who's been in the band for a while, written the music and stuff, structurally, we've talked about in the past when JC was in the band that, it's sort of like built around his voice, musically. So, assuming, you guys are going forward with new music and stuff in the future, I guess having a new singer, a completely different, maybe vibe and stuff with like the singing and the writing and stuff. How are you approaching the music and writing the new songs with a new singer and all that?
It's gonna be pretty much just a lot of the same thing. It's like writing around the new singer and writing whoever it's gonna be. It's gonna be. We're gonna try to bring out the best of their vocals, just like we do with JC and everything. You know, he had big, powerful vocals, so we would write to that. And so whoever's going to be next, we're gonna find out what they do
So it's
best.
a very vocal focused band. It's not like
it's gonna be. We're always gonna be a very vocal focused band for sure. So
like some bands, they get in the studio, they're like, well, we're gonna write the drums, we're gonna write the guitars. The vocalist is like, I'm gonna put a vocal melody to this, see what I can do. But you guys, no matter who the face is or who the singer is, you guys are gonna like, all right, we're gonna see what they can do, then write around that instead of the music and then the sing.
We have our own it doesn't really affect what we do because it's still like Weston's. Riffs are still there. Felipe's chord progressions and riffs are still there. It's all still there. It's easy to write around vocals for with what we do. We don't have to be like, oh, we need to mellow down this this crazy riffing because we don't really do that. We don't like riff too crazy. And so for us, we don't have to change what we do too much. And the only thing it's going to be is whatever the attributes to the new singer. Just make sure we get those to stand out. Pretty much. Okay. It's pretty much what our job is as the band and slaves.
So I guess what are you looking forward to most? Coming into a new band, a band like this. You mentioned your solo stuff. Singing in the past, and so I guess with a different style of music you're not used to. I guess what are you looking forward to the most? Whenever it is time for new music. Off this touring cycle, whatever. So like, whenever or should that come, like I guess what are you looking forward to the most? Getting in there and like putting your touch on this.
I would just say, so far for all the live stuff, it's been really fun. From a vocal standpoint, because it is so rangy, and I get to do that kind of, a little more rock, a little bit more like growly type stuff. Again, I'm not a screamer, but I can do some of that stuff. Which maybe if you saw like my cover of 1,000 Years from The Voice, you'd be like, "Fuck is this guy doing?" But same as hopefully if you saw me at a Slave show, you'd be surprised to hear me do like a Joni Mitchell cover on the guitar, but I like to do all that stuff. So I think it's been a really good calling card for me vocally, just to show a lot of range, which sometimes in my solo stuff, it's hard to, if I'm just playing with acoustic guitar, it's hard to justify like screaming out melodies and stuff. So it's been good, man. Like my girlfriend was always telling me like, why don't you do songs where you put the guitar down and where you like do that rock vocal a little bit more, and now like that's all I do with these guys. So I'm just glad to have it out in the world, and to be able to do it. It's been really fun, and just the traveling has been great, man. I mean, I went to like 14 countries in a month I'd never been to. It was sick.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it was really good.
So I guess it's already taking you more places than what you've done as a solo artist in a way, as far as the world is.
Definitely, yeah. Just for my solo stuff, I had toured most of the U.S. I think like Colorado is a place that I never played in live, so that'll be fun to do this tour. But I hadn't done. I did a little bit of Canada. Other than I'd never done any like international touring, so that's been great, man.
Nice. All right, sweet.
It's been like a good challenge for you to like, as you were saying, like you're exploring the rock roots that you kind of did come from, and like putting the guitar down and
like ignored growing up.
But you killed it, and fucking I think it just shows that you could do a little bit of everything. So it's cool.
No, and that's just to kind of address it too. It's like, I actually get a kick out of it because I know it's hard stepping into somebody else's shoes, into somebody else's role. And, if you're singing your own songs, it's like the fans are going to be there for it, and they don't want you to suck. But, like, you can kind of butcher your own music. I remember that's something Kurt would always talk about. Like, if it's your own song, you wrote it, as long as it's with passion. Like, he would change the words in Nirvana songs, whatever, and people were like, yeah, fuck yeah, Kurt, But it's like, I feel like doing this, I always try to do a good job, but I really try to be, like, on with everything because it's like you have to nail it, and I feel like the pressure's on, and the fact that some people are maybe like kind of like I don't know about this guy's. I actually enjoy that challenge, to be perfectly honest with you. It's been fun for me.
We've got nothing but really good results. I mean, it's been so positive. It's crazy. Yeah.
Live, it's been super positive. There was one time where we thought somebody was giving us shit in Switzerland. Somebody was like, Johnny, and yelling out all the songs or whatever. And we were like, oh, all right, this is bound to happen eventually, right?
Yeah.
Like much respect to Johnny. He's a great vocalist. He does have a lot of fans out there. Cool. So we're like, yeah, you know what? But then after the show, he was like, all right, where's Johnny, man? I'm ready to shake his hand. And we're all like, you're like kidding, right? And then I came out, he like thought we were punking him. He's like, get the fuck out. Where's Johnny, man? And like,
live. Bring him down here. Bring him down here.
So that was like
didn't even know then.
that was like the closest to a negative live review is that like I wasn't actually
At least
John.
in person. People are going to talk junk on the internet all day long.
Yeah, but fuck that. That's just not even real, bro.
Exactly,
You ever fucking see the, like, I don't know. I've seen so many times where people have like huge followings or whatever, and then they book a show and like nobody comes.
Yeah.
It's not real. You know what I mean? Like the only thing that's real is like these live human beings in this room, us playing songs and what they say. That's it. I don't even know about it. I mean, the internet's an amazing tool, but it doesn't really give you a whole lot of real feedback.
Yeah, shout out to that band who Metal Sucks covered for like 3 weeks last year, who faked a whole tour and played to nobody in Europe. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that after.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but yeah. So real quick before we wrap it up, you know, you're on the tour at Blessthefall. Music, touring, whatever you guys got coming up, you can talk about. What can we hear from you or see, or where can we see you guys next?
We've been putting a lot of work in ever since everything went down in January. We've been no days off, 0 days off. So lots of stuff coming. Not much we could talk about, but new music on the way for sure.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is Trent with Soundlink TV, hanging out with Slave. So around number 3, hopefully we'll get number 4 whenever new stuff's out. Yeah, very soon. And you're, yeah, I already said the Soundlink TV, so thanks for watching.